So hello everyone and welcome. As West Indies women were asked to take first strike by England. I know you're not seeing me on the screen right now, but I'll soon get on the screen. So West Indies women were asked to take first strike, and we open with Matthews and Quiana Joseph as usual. Soon I'll put up the West Indies playing 11 on the screen for you. I'm working on all of those things right now. As you know, we just finished the match, so I'm just getting something to eat, and I do not want to necessarily eat in your presence. So I'm trying to get the team up before I really come on I'm really trying to eat before I come on the screen. I don't want to really eat in your presence. So wide outside the half stump, Matthews played it away down to third man for 4. Despite the diving effort of the fielder, West Indies 5 without loss. First delivery was a wide delivery, and so Matthews is on 4. I can tell you that England had won the toss and have asked the West Indies to bat first, and Reliana Griman have made her ODI debut. I'm going to put that team up on the screen right now for you. So this is the West Indies playing 11 on the screen. Happy to see Reliana Griman in the playing 11. I don't know why Manny Mangru is in the playing 11, but nonetheless, she's there and we have to back her. I would not have gone with this playing 11, as I said, as Matthews pulled at that one and it goes into the onside and there is no run. West Indies 5 without loss after 3 deliveries. So I'm having a bowl of mangoes. So you'll soon see me on the screen, but in the meantime, Bell is it. Balls to Matthews, who played it to mid-on, and there is no run. It's 5 without loss after 4 deliveries. Yeah, 1 bowl of mango I'm having. I wouldn't want you to see me having so many mangoes. So England winning the toss and asks West Indies to bat. And there on the screen is the West Indies playing 11. Matthews, Joseph, Griman, James, Shabika, Gajnabi, Alia, Alleyne, Janela Glasgow. Clearly, probably Stephanie Taylor is not fit. Bell to Matthews, and Matthews taken on the pads. Tie for the appeal. The score is 5 without loss after 5 deliveries. So once again, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to our usual interaction because you know I love that more than anything else. And I'm very happy when you are here. Yvonne, thank you for your prayers, man. You weren't here this morning for the men match. You know, Yvonne, and we didn't get any prayers. So, Yvonne, we don't appreciate that, Yvonne. Bell is it over the wicket. Balls to Matthews, and Matthews pulled this high in the air. 1, 2, 3 bunks into the boundary. 4, 9 without loss after 1 over. So Quiana Joseph, who is on 1, to face up to Charlie Dean. Balls to Joseph. Joseph off the back foot, played it back down the inside of the pitch to the bowler. and there is no run. So West Indies 9 without loss. Sheldon Smith, let's go, ladies. Make more than the men. Yes. Well, if they make more than the men, we'll win, Sheldon. Charlie Dean's ball to Quiana Joseph. She was winding up for the big shot, but then she just caressed it down to a deep mid-wicket. And they go through for a single. 10 without loss after 1.2 West Indies. Remind you that England won the toss and asked West Indies to bat first. And there's our playing 11 on the screen. I'll be with you shortly. By the end of the power play, I should be with you. But I'm eating a bowl of mangoes. And I deserve it. Dean over the wicket. Boston Matthews beaten outside the half stump as she looks to give herself room and cut that one. The score remains at 10 without loss after 1.3. Dean to Matthews. Both to Matthews, and the leg break turned sharply into Matthews. She played it down to fine leg and there's no run. So that was a sharp turning off break. Sorry, not leg break. Off break. Sorry. My bad. It turned sharply into her. She's an 8 from 7 deliveries. Joseph is on 2 from 3. Charlie Dean, the right arm off spinner, over the wicket. Boston Matthews. She's on the back foot but cannot beat cover point. The score remains at 10 without loss. Dean over the wicket. Ball to Matthews. Matthews turned this to mid-wicket. Beat the dive of the field and they will jog through for a single as she parried the ball to square leg. End of over number 2. West Indies were asked to bat by England. England are 11 without loss after 2 overs. Driven back down to the bowler. Did he drop it? Oh, the music is still on. Sorry. Was that a drop catch? As Matthews came on the front foot and hit it hard back to Smith. I'd love to see a replay for front arm. Matthews looked to swing inside edge and it missed the half stump by a whisker. As she moves across her stump, she swing it, got the inside edge, hit her on the right boot, and then go between her legs and miss the half stump by a whisker. Balls to Matthews, who worked this away down to square leg, can't score. The score remains at 11 without loss. Smith is it. Left arm orthodox spinner, balls to Matthews, and she comes across her stump and swung it out of the ground for 6. 17 without loss. That was a good shot by Matthews. Very, very good shot. She came across her stump and just swung it out of the ground. 2.4 overs. West Indies asked to bat by England. Look to turn that down the leg side. White should have signal. Why hasn't the umpire signal wide? Why hasn't the umpire signal wide? It was down the leg side by the left arm spinner, so I don't know why the umpire has not signal wide. Off the back foot goes Matthews. So I don't understand why she has not signal wide there. 17 without loss at the end of over number 3. So just under 6 runs per over, 6 threes would have been 18. Bell on our way to Joseph. Ball to Joseph, and Joseph hit this high in the air. Who wants this catch? She's out caught. So Quiana Joseph goes. One of the best batswomen in the world, according to head coach Sean Diaz. She's gone. So that's a big blow for the West Indies. And she's highly rated in the West Indies team, and the coach sees her as one of the very best batswomen in the team. So West Indies lost a wicket. Zayda James comes in at number 3, average 14, a strike rate of 85. Good to see her average in double figures. Comes back into him. That one comes back into him from Bell. That one hits on straight. So sorry about that. West Indies would have lost their second wicket. And I'm coming to you now. Wow. Thank you. Yes, in my Manchester United shirt, as Grimman off the back foot slap back to the bowler. So 2 wickets down. Zayda James is out, but I had was, after you finish eating some mangoes, you know how it goes. And there's always one strand of the mango that always the most difficult to get out of between your teeth. Always one strand. So Zayda James was gone for naught. She was caught by the wicketkeeper Jones off bell for naught. She faced 2 deliveries. So after that first delivery that seamed back into her, apparently the next delivery she went out caught by bell. And she just made a horrible swipe outside of half stump. She just swipe at it. And that's the new attitude that these batswomen have. That's how Shane Diaz want to play the cricket. And when I said that Shane Diaz are teaching these girls to swing from their hip instead of trying to let them to improve their game, all he's asking them to do is to swing from their hip. I said it in the past, and I'm saying it again. If you have girls who are averaging teens and single figures, the way to get them to average 20 is not by asking them to swing from the hip. It can't be. The way to get them to average 20 is to ask them to bat longer. Say, make 20 of 25 deliveries. Your objective is to make 20 of 25 deliveries. You see, when they're doing that consistently, now you ask them to make 20 of 20 deliveries. And then you ask them now to make 20 or 15 deliveries. It's a process. It takes 2-3 years. And when they can make 20 or 15 deliveries now, say the next target is 30 of 25 deliveries. And then it's 40 of 35 deliveries. And then it's 40 of 30 deliveries. It's a process. Girls who are averaging their teens and single figures, you can't ask them to just come and start hit away the ball, because the reason why they are averaging teen and single figures is because they're not batting long enough. So the first thing you want them to do is to bat long enough. And when they start batting long enough, then you work and start getting the strike rate up. That's my thoughts. Let's hear your thought. That's why we are here, because I'm always interested in your thoughts more than mine, because I know what my thoughts are. So I'm always interested in yours more than mine. So we're here, and hopefully West Indies can win this match. But we have lost 2 wickets, and I really want to see Grimman bat, because I really think that she's an outstanding batswoman, and I really want to see her bat. So 4.5 overs, 1 to come in this delivery. Simmet bowls to Matthews, and Matthews play this away into the mid-wicket region. 1 more to the total. Matthews move up to 20, West Indies 23 for 2. What Matthews is on 21 and West Indies 23 for 2. Grimman is on 1. So yes, I'm in my Manchester United jersey. Good to see Grimman in this team, of course. Lovely. Happy for her. Always wanted to see her in the team. So I'm very glad that she's in the team today. I hope you're hearing me loud and clear. Let's go, ladies, said Sheldon. Ivan Johnson, thank you for your prayers as usual. We're looking forward to see you this morning. So in another hour or so, Manchester United will be playing. Let's watch now. Is this Charlie Dean bowls to Matthews, who's solid in defense? Played it back down to the ball on the outside of the pitch. No run. 23 for 2. Those mangoes let me feel hot, I really had a bowl of mangoes. That's what I had for lunch. A bowl of mangoes. Dean bowls to Matthews, and Matthews eases this down to long on for a single. The score goes up by 1 to 24 for 2. Grimman comes into strike. On her debut, congratulations to the young lady, Grimman. Kenton Clunis, where's Taylor? Well, she's in England. I don't know why she's not in the 11. No reason was given. I guess probably she's not 100%. Probably the knee acting up, especially that England, they said what? It's 5 degrees Celsius. James is not a number 3 material. Balls to Matthews, who swung this away. Down back with a square leg. We'll watch the signal. 4 runs. The score goes up to 28-4-2. Where is Taylor? James is at a number 3 material. West Indies cricket going backwards. When I asked Mile Bascom about the tactics of the coach, he said that Cricket West Indies backs the coach. And balls to Matthews, who swings this away down to deep mid-wicket and the bounce. The fielder misjudged it over her head for 4. It just bounced over her head, 32-2. So this is a good start here by Matthews. I think that she's on 29 out of the 32. 29 or 30. We'll see. Her score soon comes up. Grimman make 1. James make 1. So she's probably 30. James made not. Matthews drive magnificently through the covers for 4. She moves up to 32. West Indies move up to 36. Grimman is on 2. Oh, what a shot from Matthews. If you're not watching the match, you need to get a recording of that. That was sweet. Oh, absolutely sweet. She's looking ominous here, you know. Dean comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews turn this away to mid-wicket. They will jog Walker Singer. The score goes up to 37. She's on 33. West Indies at the end of the power play are 37-2. Just going about 6 runs per over, about 6.17. And so keep your interaction coming. I appreciate that. And so I think that, as I said, I think probably Taylor knee is acting up due to the low temperature, and James is not a number 3. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I agree with that. I don't think James should be playing in the T20. I think she should play in the ODIs, but I don't see her shouldn't play in the T20. Mark you though, Kenton Clunis, and these are the things that I criticize Shane Diaz about. These are the things I talk about when I am making a point against Shane Diaz. Shane Diaz said Zayda James have more shots than anybody else in the team. That's what Shane Diaz said. And so that's why sometimes I have to wonder about the conclusions that he comes to, that he arrived at. I really have to wonder about the conclusions that he arrived at. And when I talk about these things, people say we must love the coach. But I'm only responding to things that he said that are not aligning with what we are seeing, are not aligning with the perception. So he said that Zayda James have more shots than anybody else in the team. Are we seeing that? I am not seeing that. Tell me if you are seeing it so that I can at least say that somebody else see it. Matthews swung this away, beat square leg. Is there a field on the boundary? He has to run a far way to his left. I think they will come back for 2. Yes, they have done so. 39-2. Matthews is on 35. Arlott. Wow, what a name. Arlott is the bowler. So Arlott is the bowler. Arlott, she's making her debut too for England. Let's watch Arlott. She comes in, bowls to Matthews, sharp rising delivery. Matthews pulled, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. What a name, Arlott. Wow. So, so those are the things that I talk about, and persons say that have everything to say, but I respond to what these persons saying. He said Zayda James have more shots than anybody else in the team. That's what the coach said. A matter of fact, the coach said Gajnabi Joseph is one of the best batsmen in the world. Off the back foot goes Matthews and steered it down to the field and the cover boundary for a single. He said that Gajnabi Joseph is one of the best batsmen in the world. Is Gajnabi Joseph, in your judgment, one of the best batsmen in the world? So these are the things that let me conclude that the coach is not coming to the right conclusions and he should not be the coach. Harlock to Griman and Griman taken on the pad, missing leg stump. It comes back in a far way, or she probably just need to follow the ball there a little. Or I don't think she was watching the ball closely enough on that occasion. But this is her first match. And those are the things that I want my coach to be telling my cricketers, Not necessarily how to bat, not necessarily to play a shots, but like that now, Gajnabi Joseph is on debut. Not Gajnabi Joseph, Liliana Griman. All that balls to Griman, hit it over the top. She swung across the line of that one. They gone for one. They come back for two. Will they chance her harm? No, they stay on two. At the end of over number 7, West Indies 42 for 2, Griman on 4, Matthews on 36. So what I want my coach to be saying now is to Griman, just watch the ball a little closer. I want you to watch the ball a little closer. Be yourself, express yourself, watch the ball a little closer. Let the game come to you. Don't rush the game. This is your first match. Let it come to you. Watch the ball a little closer. Back your judgment, back your techniques, and let's see what happened. Those are the process that I'm involved in that I like, What am I saying that is wrong? Watch the ball a little closer. Back your technique, back your judgment, back your technique, back your judgment. Don't rush the game. Let it come to you. Matthews, as one comes into Matthews and she played it to mid-on and there's no run. Those are the things. Don't tell these girls to be swinging from the hip that they need to have a strike rate of 130 when they hardly pass 10. Get them to be making 20 first, no matter how long it takes. And when they start making 20, you then start increase the strike rate. Those are my views. Over the wicket comes Wang, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews is off the back foot, beat backward, pointing to the boundary for 4. Oh, it's the second time that young lady in the number 37 is diving and missing the ball. She will be bruised because there's a pitch down there. She'll be very bruised. Her partner will have a lot of work to do this evening. So, Kenton Clunis is saying that Joseph is a hit and miss batter. She's okay for... I agree with you. She's okay. Over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. And Matthews, popped that one in the air for a moment. Dear, I was in shock as that one seemed to jump on her. I want to say that she's quite a hit or miss. But again, as we always said from morning, you're entitled to or you see it. And it's your conclusion. Your conclusion is better than what Shane D said. I don't have a problem with Gajnabi Joseph at the top of the order. Because if she comes off 1 every 4 innings, I'm all right with that. 1, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews swings this down the ground, but she mistimed it and mid-on came across and stopped it. They go through for a single. 47, 46 for 2 after 7.3. After 7.3. Why are they celebrating? Somebody run out? They're celebrating. Is it that Riala? Oh, she's run out. Oh, inexperienced. What happened there? I would love to see it again. Where was she? Oh my Lord. Oh no. It's just inexperience. Let me tell you what happened. The return comes in to the keeper and she just walk out of our ground. While the return was coming, she was just walking out of her ground. They go through for the single, you know. She touched down, the return coming to the keeper. The ball, she's here. She's here, and the ball coming straight to her, and she didn't even try to get back in her crease. If it was Matthews that done that, look. So she dip and just walk. She just dip and walk out of her crease. Look at that. She just dip and walk out of her crease. And when she was stumped, she realized that is just inexperience. That is just someone who is in a trance. That is just someone who is on their debut. And we should just sympathize with her. We should not criticize her. This is our first match for West Indies. It's our first match. These things happen. We cannot be going in on a young lady who is playing her first match. I will have none of it. Anyone who tried to criticize her, none of it. This was her first match for the West Indies. It's in England, the home of cricket. The return just lobbed in. And, you know, Matthews was trying to tell her to get back in her crease, you know. And I love what Matthews did. Matthews, oh, my Lord, you heard that. Your lip read that what Matthews said. But nonetheless, one comes in, bowls to Gajnabi, who pulls top edge over the keeper down to the boundary for 4. So there was a short delivery. Gajnabi pulled top edge down to the boundary for 4. Gajnabi has put on a lot of weight, you know. So the score moves up now to 51 for 3. So it's just inexperience. It's just inexperience. I'm so nervous and sorry for Matthews at this point. This is just a one-player game. No, Alleyne have some quality. Sherman Campbell too. Ramarak and Fletcher. Alleyne have some definite all-round ability. Fletcher is good with the ball. She can hit away a few, but she's a good leg spinner. Ramarak, I've always said that she's the best off spinner in the world. Can't bat none at all. Well, she just says she can't. You understand what I mean? Genuine tail-ender. Matthews swings this away down towards extra cover. I understand that the point that you're making. Sean Overcomer. I understand the point. There's a lot of pressure on Matthews. But Campbell can get a few runs. Gajnabi she's still young. She's probably 23 or 24 thereabout. But it's time now that Gajnabi start to step up. Dean into Gajnabi. She turned this away through, back with a square leg for a single. One more to the total. The score goes up to 52 for 3. 52 for 3. So I don't especially in the bowling department. We have good bowlers, you know. In Dean to Matthews, he played that out into the offside and they go through for a single. So that's our playing 11 there. The West Indies playing 11. Let's watch Dean. She comes in over the wicket, bowls to Gajnabi, and Gajnabi swings to the fielder at a short mid-wicket, and there's no run. Instead of looking to have a high, nice elbow and stroke the ball through the offside, she's swinging and getting the inside edge, and the ball just trickle out to mid-wicket. But that's how the coach wants them to play. That one, she looks to play it on the onside. Again, it peels off the outside edge to the field at backward point, and there is no run. Kenton is saying T4. I don't understand what you're saying. Sean Overcomer said that the coach is too comfortable. Full toss outside the half stump. Gajnabi cannot beat cover. There's no run. The score remains at 54 for 3 at the end of over number 9. 54 for 3 at the end of over number 9. So this coach is too comfortable. I was shocked. I was shocked when Mile Bascom said to me, the coach is not on a contract. The coach is an employee of Cricket West Indies. Not on a contract. An employee of Cricket West Indies. I never knew that we could have a coach who is an employee. I thought that every coach would be on contract. So Matthews is 43, Gajnabi is 5, and West Indies 54 for 3. 54 for 3. We're in the 10th over. Arlott is it. Arlott comes in, bowls to Matthews, and she hit this in the air. I have to watch where it is going. And it goes into the boundary for 4. So she moves up to 47. Down the ball, I think, went to a wide long on error. You know, when a batsman from the West Indies like Matthews, who it depends on such a lot, when she hit a ball in the air, the first thing you want to see is either drop a ground or it goes over the boundary. You're praying for one of those. Balls to Matthews, down the leg side, swept it away, down to fine leg. A fielder comes across, diving effort, they should come back for 2. Matthews moves up to 49. West Indies 60 for 3. Yes, that's what you want to see. Before it just take over your thought. You don't want to see a fielder getting under it. You want to see the ball goes to ground or go over the boundary. That's what you always want to see. Harlott bowls to Matthews. Short, and Matthews look to pull, taken in the tummy region. She's rubbing between her mammary glands. So I hope she's not hurt. It looks, well, her right mammary gland, she's like rubbing on her right mammary gland for the time being. I hope she's okay. There's protection there. There's always protection over the mammary gland. So we are in over number 10. She looks to be okay. Good. Happy that she is. As I said, there's protection there. Arlott comes in, bowls to Matthews, and she turns it away down to fine leg. Well played, Skip. That's her half century. She has a far way to go, but it's not over yet. But good knock, Skip. Good knock so far, holding the ship together. You know, I'm sure they are being entertained. 61 for 3 in over number 10. 2 deliveries to go. So Harlott, she has bowled 1.4 overs, none for 12. Let's watch her. A beautiful young lady. As Harlott comes over the wicket, bowls to Gajnabi. She looks to Yorker, but Gajnabi got the bottom of the bat just down on it on time, and she turned it down to fine leg for a single. Gajnabi is one of those who is not watching the ball very closely. She's not watching the ball very closely. These girls need to back some socks or whatsoever modern equipment. Socks, I would say. Socks. They need to bat some socks. Put the socks 1 foot off the ground or 6 inches. Bowls to Matthews, and she drives magnificently down towards the cover boundary. The sweeper comes around and they are back for 2 as the bowler missed the return at the non-strikers end, and they got home safely. End of over number 10. West Indies 64 for 3 at the drinks break. So, yes, Sean, yes. Forum, that loss we took this morning hurt me. Yes, the champion. Every West Indies loss always hurt me. Yeah, man. And Ireland just completely outplayed us. They outbowled us. If you look back at when West Indies was bowling and you look at when Ireland bowled, any independent observer will have to appreciate that they outskill us with the ball. They operate at a higher skill level with the ball than what West Indies did. And Sir Paul says, sometimes I wonder what's happening to our cricket, and I know for a fact that we have talent. The game based on luck, that's how I see it now. Ansley Paul, you have to make your own luck. You have to make your own luck. Let me give you an understanding. Let me give you an example of how you have to make your own luck. And this is the best way. If you are learning, the best way to say, if you practice 1 hour a day to hit the stump, directly hit the stump from say point, and you want to hit the stump directly, and you practice that 1 hour a day, running into different positions, getting up and shine the ball towards the stump and try to hit it directly, and you don't practice none at all, who is more likely to hit the stump? The person who practice 1 hour a day trying to hit it, or the person who doesn't practice any at all? In a match situation, who is more likely to hit the stump? So, luck, but you make your own luck. Cricket, all over the place today, said Mango Reef. Yes. Where's Canberra? She's in the playing 11, isn't she? Quiana Joseph, Zayda James, Gajnabi. Oh, Canberra is not there either. I just took it for granted. So who's going to keep? Mangru or Gajna? Mangru is going to keep. That's why Mangru is there. So Mangru is going to keep. So no Stephanie Taylor, no Canberra. Thank you for pointing that out for me, Kenton Clunis. I never realized that. T20 is okay for Joseph, said Kenton Clunis. I don't have a problem with her. Oh, that one came back in by Simit Day. It was another arm ball, but Gajnabi was watching the ball closely this time. I applaud you, Gajnabi. You did watch the ball closely. I hope that is one of the coaches said that to her, that you need to watch the ball a little closer. I really hope so. She looks to pull, mistimed the pull though. That was a faster, quicker one by Simit. She's mixing it up here. I don't have an issue with her in the ODI because we're really short of talent and you really hope that maybe as Gajnabi drives, she misses, but the keeper also miss it, and the ball runs into the boundary for 4 by 68 or 68 for 3. So based on the low quality that we have in women cricket, under normal circumstances, I don't want Quiana Joseph opening in ODI. But because of the low quality, we have to probably live in hope and hope that every 3 or 4 innings she gets off and give us a good score. Better shot that from Gajnabi as she rocks back and the back foot cannot be covered. I'm just expressing my opinion here in Clunis. So while it's different from your, I appreciate your one too, but I'm just putting forward my one. Gajnabi, oh, she's not watching the ball again. Matthews need to have a talk with her and say, just watch the ball on Gajnabi. Matthews is like the female Lara, said One United. Yes. Or do you remember the great man, George Headley? That thing is injured, yes. Well, that comes back in and she played it to mid-off, cannot beat mid-off, end of the over. That thing is a strange one, because that thing got injured in the double PL. And we haven't heard anything at all about that thing since then, We have not heard anything. Not heard anything. We don't know if her comeback date is expected to be 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 hours, 2 years. And we are not asking for detail. For example, Cricket West Indies said Deandra Dutton pulled a muscle in her right thigh. She's expected to be out for 3 months, just for argument's sake. I don't know how long a pull muscle take to heal. But just for argument's sake, that's all we are asking for now. So we can date stamp it. As Wang bowls to Matthews, who look to turn that in the onside, and it peels off the outside edge, and they got a singer. She moves out of 52. So when we date stamp it, and 2 months down the road, you come out and you said that in injury, that in rehabilitation is going much faster than expected, and we expect her back by the end of the week, or it is not going as fast as we expect, as expected, as was predicted, and she will not be back for another 3 months. Those simple little things, and as one comes in, bowls to Gajnabi, slap this pass me down to the boundary for 4. The score moves up to 73 for 3 after 11.2 overs. Those are the little things that our public relation department not doing. Those are the little things, and they get caught up in some little petty things. You'd be surprised to know the little petty things that the public relation department or the media department get caught up in, some real little petty things, absolutely petty things. And those basic little things they are not doing. Wang to Gajnabi, slow delivery outside the half stump. She played it to the left of extra cover and get a single, 74 for 3 after 11.2. Yes, so you know if it tell us detail about the injury. Well, Deandra Dutton suffered a strain and she will be back after 2 months. We expect her to be back after 2 months. If it 6 weeks into it, you then give an update. Deandra Dutton is expected to be back on schedule, or you get the picture that I'm saying. Wang comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews bottom edges down to back with a square leg for a single, 75 for 3 after 11.4. Ireland surprised me the way they performed. Garrick Wilson, I would lean towards that. I'm not say outrightly surprised, but they were clinical. Wang bowls to Gajnabi, beaten outside the half stump. She looked to give herself room and cuts. The ball goes through to the keeper. Matthews on 54, Gajnabi is on 11. So you look at Gajnabi batting now. She's trying to force it along, but there's no clear plan of how she's going to force it along. You don't get a clear picture that she has a clear approach in what she's doing. Wang over the wicket to Gajnabi. She backs away and the girl whips it away. Oh, it's caught. She whipped it away down to the field on the mid-wicket boundary and she's out caught. Gajnabi goes West Indies 75 for 4 after 11.5 overs. It must be an Alleyne time now. Well, Glasgow can hit away a few balls. Yes, so I would send Glasgow ahead of Alleyne. Well, there you have Alleyne to come next, but we also had Grimman to come at 3 and Zadia James at 4, and that never happened. So I don't necessarily know if that's the batting order. So I would say, yes, Ireland surprised me, but it wasn't a shock, so to speak. They really outskilled us with the ball, though. Outskilled us. Garrick Wilson says, Sammy got to prize for what he does to Powell. Well, Garrick Wilson, I don't want to go down there because I'm a West Indies supporter. I'm not a supporter of Darren Sammy. I'm not a supporter of Rovman Powell. I'm a supporter of West Indies cricket. So I think it was an unfair decision to remove Powell as captain. I think that it was unfair. But I don't necessarily want to go down that road because I still want West Indies to win. I think that we should make Sammy know that it was a wrong decision to remove Powell, and I think our voice should be heard. And I think you should say that it was a wrong decision because that's your opinion. As Matthews turned this away down to mid-wicket, it was indeed the end of the over. 76 now for 4. Alleyne comes to the crease. So I think that you should voice your opinion, and you should voice it firmly but respectfully, because it is your right to put it forward that you are not pleased with Rovman Powell removed as captain. Just like me, I am not pleased with the decision to remove Rovman Powell as captain. However, I'm not really going to say that he paid the price because I still want West Indies to win. If you get me. Look at that shot from Alleyne down to backward point. I told you that this girl is a fairly good all-rounder. They get back for 2 quite comfortable. The score moves up now to 80. It should be 80 for 4. It's taking a long while to change. I think it's 80 for 4, or is it 78? Could be 78, right? Yes, so, yes. Let's watch Arla. She comes in now, bowls to Alleyne, and Alleyne uppercut this. Chance in the air, runs back out, caught, gone, done. So Alleyne there, missed time a slower delivery, eye in the air, and she's out. Yeah, so Garrick Wilson, it's something that disappointed me a lot, and I would have said it. You know, and I think you should say it too, but I don't think you should want the West Indies to lose as a result of that. Those are just my view. Well, I'm not going to say I don't think you should. Let's say let put it to me, because you have a right to your own feelings and you have a right to express those feelings, and I have to respect that. But for my sake, I do not want the West Indies to lose because of that. I don't. I always want the West Indies to win, because when the West Indies lose, I said it so many times, it hurts me. You know? Because even this match going on now, if West Indies were 150 for 5 or 160 for 5, the number of persons who's watching this live feed right now would be double or probably triple. You know? This morning, if West Indies were winning that match, the number of persons that would be watching would probably 12, 13, 14, 1,500 instead of a little over 400, you know. So, my thing is West Indies cricket. We were outclassed with both bat and ball by Ireland. Why did Greaves bowl only 6 overs for 27 runs? The thing about it, Patrick Lambert, that's a good question, you know. Edge away down to third man for 4. So Glasgow swung her bat 82 for 5. And she's going to swing her bat. But I think Matthews should say to you see, this is where coaching coming in, you know. And it hurts me that these people are employed as coach. What's the tactics? Matthews is still batting. Why are these girls coming out and swinging their bat? They should be looking to give Matthews the strike. I know that went for 4. She plays this down to the fielder at mid-off and there is no run. I know that one went for 4 and I welcome the 4 runs. But Alleyne is capable of hitting away the ball. Fine. But Matthews is the most capable batsman in the team for hitting away the ball. So all of you need to understand that with 7 overs to go, Matthews must get most of the strike. So you hit the ball in the gap and you run hard and give Matthews the strike. Isn't that coaching? Isn't that what you want your coach to be saying to the girls? Once Alleyne Matthews is at the crease, she's better than all of you. Maybe all of you combined. She's better than all of you. Don't go out there and try to upstage her. Fine, if she's out, you have to get going. But a ball that maybe is a dot ball for you, Matthews can hit it for 4. So you can run and give her the strike. Sure, man. No, them things are coaching. Patrick, hello, Theresa and Shirley Samuels. Also, Stephen Roach is half centuries for you. Oh, Stephen Roach was on the live show the other day asking a lot of questions. Dean comes in, balls to Matthews, up and over, long off. Let's see, 1 bounce 4. Good shot there, 86 now for 5. Matthews came out off the next ball, you know. But who has the best chance of putting a good total on the board for the West Indies? So you can run and give her as much of the strike as possible. Now, Aloise Charles, while you're entitled to your opinion, Aloise, I don't think that you should really be trying to stop someone for expressing his opinion. Chance for a run out by a mile. So Glasgow goes, run out by a mile because she was slow in turning. She turned like a trailer. Look at Glasgow. How the non-striker for run out? Isn't that the point I'm making? But let me say it, Aloise, Aloysia Charles or Miss Charles. It's your right to be a fan of Sammy. It's your right to support Sammy. But at the same time, you should not be telling someone not to express themselves and what they should say. Because that person also have a right. So even if you don't agree with what the person said, maybe instead of trying to quiet the person, you should be saying something in support of Sammy. Because everyone has a right to express themselves. You know, as the head coach of the West Indies cricket team, you can't ask people to support Sammy and at the same time don't expect person to critique him. It doesn't work like that. You can support, but look how long look at her. Look at her. So you can't ask an individual to really support blindly. And the next thing, Aloysia Charles, I'll ask you 2 questions. I've been asking this from morning. What is the role of the coach? And who is ultimately responsible for the team performance? No one wants to answer those 2 questions from morning. I don't know why. What's the role of the coach? Over the top by Matthews, down to the field and the cover boundary. 1 more. The score goes up to 68 to 88. 88 for 6. And it's the same point I'm talking about coaching. Glasgow should have known that no matter what, she's coming back for 2. But she delayed at the non-strikers end. And by delaying at the striker end, and by delaying, she was run out. She should have cleared her mind that she just touching down and come back. And that again is coaching. Well, maybe you can say the captain there at the crease, she should have made it clear to Glasgow too. You can say that too. Mangu play a magnificent shot through the cover down to the boundary for 4. Charlie Dean pitched up and she hit it through the cover brilliantly for 4. 93 for 6. Yes, I really agree with you, sir. I am very disappointed with the removal of Powell and Brathwaite, okay? I always want West Indies to win, said Garrick Wilson. Respect, man. You know. Well, Garrick Wilson, I say what I say. I mean, probably the tone we could tone down the tone a little, Garrick, but I know that I understand why you would say that, and that's why I try to keep it. That's why I said these things to Alois, so that we keep it at a level. But as I always said, we are a family, we are a community. At the end of the day, we all support the West Indies, but we should all be allowed to express our opinion freely without being harassed with our opinion. Disagree if you have to, which is your right, but express your opinion freely. But we should not really be. And you can argue with someone in the chat without being aggressive. You can. CWI will not improve media relations until the ICC outline specific rules guideline. It's very frustrating they cannot provide basic information. Mango Reef, I don't know. Because as I said, if you know some of the little petty things that the media arm of the West Indies is involved in, some absolutely petty things. Only those who have to interact with them know how petty it is. Matthews plays a lovely shot up and over down to the boundary for 4. So she moves up now to 70. Just checking. Her score has not yet came up, so I'm just checking her score. Lovely shot though. Some very petty thing and not. She swung this away down to backward square leg, 4 more. She's now on 70. That's the West Indies 103 for 6. It's 136 now. I start to get a little nervous, because as you know, the match starts at 2 o'clock. They're involved in some little petty things, man. Some very, very petty things. A cricket team, for when is this? Please do a live show where people can call in. So over the top, down towards the field and the boundary. A live show where people can call him, so I can vent about these West Indies players. I don't want to vent about the coach. I want to directly talk to the player. All right. No problem. Like yesterday, Lyndon Stephen dogged out. If I am to let's take this delivery, then I'll give you 2 response, Lyndon Stephen, because you want to vent, you want to talk to the players directly. So while one is going back to the top of the mark, to get a player on the code and the channel, I have to go through the media persons. Now, one of the things that the media persons are very petty about, over the wicket comes Wang, bowls to Mangru, who played it back down the half side of the pitch. One of the things they're very petty about is that from a better word. They would want you to be buddy with them to let it come through. So if you make a formal request, you know, they will see it. They will reply to you if they feel like. You know, most of the time they don't even have the decency to say this request cannot be granted at this time. True, as that one is played away down to backward point by Mangrove for another single. Matthews never wanted to take the single, but hopefully, with 5 overs to go, that Mangrove will try to juke and run and get Matthews back on strike. 105 for 6. So sometimes they reply to you. But if you are buddy with them and in agreement with everything they do and don't point out you're wrong, like there's a media officer from CW, you know. I said it this morning, you would have heard. I asked a question, and the question that I asked, the answer went viral. And he claimed to say that he was the one who asked it. Because the answer went viral, he claimed to say that he was the one who asked it. On radio too, you know. On radio. He was not the one who said it on radio, but he sent it to one of his colleagues at the radio station. Because, as I said, it went viral and it was being discussed. And he said it to one of his colleagues at the radio station that I was the one who asked the question. And so you brought up those things and they ate you for it. They ate you for it because they didn't want you to point out that, no, you're lying. You never asked the question. Here's the evidence. Here's the receipt. And so those little things they are very petty about. There are so many little things that they are petty about. Very, you know. Let's watch Arlott. She's over the wicket, bowls to Mango. Juke and run. Yes, well done. Yes, man. Give Matthews the strike. In this situation, you're batting in this situation, Mango must say to herself, I'm not out in it now. Matthews are out. Because Juke and run and give her the strike. No side play. You know, let's watch Arlott. 3.1 overs as she's going to move in now. Very beautiful young lady. Bowls to Matthews and she turn it away down back with a square leg. They're going to come back for 2. Surely must come back for 2. And they are back comfortable. Mango is even looking at third. 108 for 6. Like, let me tell you something else that they are petty. When the Cricket West Indies media officer is sharing a file, Matthews, and fought, drop, thank God. She was looking to turn that into the onside. She played too early, peeled off the outside edge of the bat, went high in the air, but it went just above behind Charlie Dean. And so Matthews survived. You know, she survived. It clipped Charlie Dean's fingers, but she was unable to hold on. Well done. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. All that to Matthews, and she turned this away down to fine leg. They're going to stay on 1 this time, surely. Yes, they do stay on 1. That's okay. So, with 4 overs to go off this one, Mango now need to swing hard at the 4 deliveries gone. Mango now need to swing hard at these 2 deliveries because let Matthews get the strike for the next over. So hopefully she can get 8 of these 2 deliveries. Yes, and Mango's just bailed out of that one. It was a short delivery. So she shouldn't be looking at single off this delivery now. She should be looking to hit this out of the ground. With 4 overs to go, you want Matthews, if she is able to, face most of the deliveries. She's on 72. 4 runs from this over thus far. So it's either 2 or a 4 or a 6. Well, we'll take a 3. Have to go back. Have to go back. They touch down and they come back. Well done. The return comes in at the bowler's end. Well done, Mangrove. No, Matthews should say, because she was not on strike. Well done. 16 overs, 111 for 6. Quickly, let me tell you something else about which I find, and I could go through a load of them, but you can understand this. When the media arm of Cricket West Indies is sharing files to other journalists, they share it on a app that you have to be paying a monthly subscription for. There's so many apps out there and so many media by which they can share these video files for free. So many. But they choose to share it through video files that you have, through apps, through media that you have to be paying a monthly subscription for. And I will keep on wondering, why are you doing that to your people? Why are you forcing somebody to pay $20 a month to stay in touch with the video files that Cricket West Indies are sharing? And there are so many other free apps there. I don't know. So I don't know if we'll get them on the show, but I've always been sending email and to try and get persons on the show. Sometimes them answer, sometimes they don't answer. Matthew swung this. I told you, I'm glad to see that ball bounce, because I knew she never made it. One more to her score, 75, 112 for 6. Now, Mangrove need to get back Matthews on strike. The West Indies team have a lot of indisciplined player. Regardless, if we change coach tomorrow, is the same problem, men and women. What's wrong with hitting the ball along the ground? Probably that's the downfall of West Indies of our batting, because we have a coach who is telling them to swing from the hip. Fairly and fairly expression, of course, I agree. Driven to backward point, no run. Oh, and then they throw away the ball and allow West Indies to get a run and Matthews on strike. I hope she doesn't get out now, because the fielder is going to say, Arlott is going to say, I knew that's what's going to happen. That's why I make sure she come and strike. West Indies won the toss and choose to field. Thank you, Michael Douglas. So it is Ailey or busted Sheldon Smith. Yeah, because the other person who can genuinely hit away the ball is Alleyne, and she's out. Wide outside the half stump, and she slapped that hard. And although there's a sweep on the cover boundary, she had no chance. That ball was about 10 meters away from her, and she just couldn't stop it. What a shot by Matthews. She really slapped that very, very hard. Yes, so Quiana Joseph no doubt can hit away the ball. But we know she's not, although the coach said that she's one of the best batswomen in the world, you and I don't believe that. Alleyne can also hit away the ball, but those two batswomen have been out. Matthews, slow full toss, she played it in the gap down to extra cover on the boundary. They take a singer. So Mangrove have 2 deliveries. So what should she do? Tell me. Should she try to hit away these 2 deliveries? Or should she try to get a singer and give Matthews the strike for the last delivery? And then at the start of the 18th over, she does the same again. Get a singer and bring back Matthews and strike. Yes, I think that's the better approach. Bowl to... And she inside edge it, and they will go through for a single. So, fine, Matthews is on strike for the final delivery. So, if she get a boundary or a 2, then that's okay. Whether that boundary is 4 or 6. And if she get a single, it's still okay. What is important, if she get a even number score off this ball, that the next delivery of the next over, the very first delivery, Mangrove put her back on strike. Short, slow bumper pull. Matthews is down on her haunches, but no damage done. Mangu need to get her back on strike. Roger Hines, greetings to you. So Michael Douglas said they are 9 for 1. The mental strength from Ailey is outstanding, said Athena. Yes. Everything become a business. Those are the guys. Yeah. Walter Henry. I'm watching it on Rush Sport 2, Walter Henry. Rush Sports 2. If you're in England, it's Sky Sport. If you're in the USA, it's YouTube. Yulin Weeks, thank you, and I'm up to date. I have made I think from morning I have said enough about Darren Sammy. And so I have made the decision that if you in the chat want to argue about Darren Sammy among yourself, it's okay. But I think it's time now that I move on from that conversation, because I really don't have anything else to add to the situation. And, yes, I really don't have anything else to add. I've said enough about that. He is the West Indies head coach. He is the greatest coach in the world, along with his computer and his algorithm bots. He's the West Indies head coach. Swings and miss from Matthews. You should always support the West Indies head coach, but support doesn't come blindly. So you're allowed to freely express yourself and critique. And I'm from a country where there's freedom of expression. So if you support Sammy, fine. If you don't support him, fine. But everybody should be allowed to express themselves. And this is the last thing I'm going to say on it, because some persons want to go around it. But the coach is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team. If he's not, you don't need a coach. The team can just go out there, and you don't need a coach. He's ultimately responsible for the performance of the team, as Alleyne Matthews played that one up and over, down to the cover boundary for 4, and she moves on to 84. West Indies 124 for 6, with 1 delivery to come in over number 18. He's ultimately responsible for the performance of the team. Support the West Indies coach, but if you don't support him, that's your right. If you support him, that's your right also. But no one should be telling anyone what to do. She swung it away, grung. I always love to see it. Beat Cowcan and beat Langan into the boundary for 4. So 2 consecutive boundaries by Matthews there. West Indies 128 for 6. Once again, Mangu, tip and run and let Matthews come through and face. She's at 88. And so I have nothing else to say about Sammy. If coaches get fired when players perform badly, that's just the nature of elite sport. The players don't get fired, but the coaches get fired. Because what? The coach is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team. And if the team is not performing, it's the coach that goes, not the players. Oh, and Mangru reverse sweep down to backward square leg and get a single. Okay, okay, Mangru. So 1.5 overs remaining. We're moving up to 2 o'clock now, and I know I'm going to be a little distracted, you know. But at least what happened? Manchester West Indies innings is completed. So at least I would have taken you through West Indies innings. I know I can't help myself. I'm a cricket fan, but when Manchester United is playing, I cannot help myself. Oh, Mangru taken on the pad as she looks to reverse sweep again. No, Mangru, you don't need to do that. Just tip and run and give Matthews a strike. She need 11, you know. Matthews need 11 runs to make 100, you know, Mangru. You want us to come at you? Ball swung away by Matthews, down back with a square leg. It goes into the boundary now for 4. She moves up to 93. Oh no, it was Mangru. Sorry, it was not Matthews, but well played, Mangru. I love that shot. I have no problem with that. If you are going to hit the ball for 4, I have no problem. But those reverse sweep that you're missing, not in the game. If you reverse sweep and miss, I'm going. It's a poor decision. And she swung this away. Brilliant catch by short fine leg. Oh, sorry, Mangru, sorry. It was there to be hit, you know. It was really there to be hit. But it's just unfortunate that she picked out short fine leg who really took a good catch. She flung herself to her left and plucked it out of the air. But it was there to be hit. And I think it was the right shot that she played. But unfortunately, Bell pulled off a stunner at short fine leg. So I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her for that at all. It's just the nature of the beast, but it was definitely there to be hit. Sorry about that, young lady. Sorry about that. It was there to be hit. I don't have a problem with that because it was there to be hit. 7 wickets gone, 134 for 7. This is a defendable total, you know. Isn't it a defendable total? It is a defendable total. I'm just setting up to watch the football match. Hopefully our A team and the ladies make our day. Yeah, well, I am a Manchester United fan, Wilson. Good afternoon. I have reached a conclusion. If the West Indies had made Jason Holder the captain, I would have no complaint. I just think Chase can make the team. I just don't think Chase can make the team if not for the captain. Thank you very much, Sherwin. I appreciate that. So Cherry and Fraser at the crease, and she's surveying the field. She doesn't need to survey the field. She just needs to swing. And if she out, she out. And if she hit it for 6, she hit it for 6. And she swung at it and it goes high in the air. And it dropped where mid-on would be. And Matthews says, stay where you are. And I would have done the same thing too. But she came out and was surveying the field. I don't think there was a... Thank you very much, Atina. Please hit the like button. Well said, Atina. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, man, hit that like button. Hit that like button. So 1 over to go. Matthews need to get 100 here. So 6 deliveries to get 11 runs. And over 300 watching and on a 42 likes. That's not good enough. So what you need to do is to click off where you see the live chat and you will see the thumbs up. And click on the thumbs up. Over 300 watching. And on the 43 thumbs up. We can do much better than that, man. Show some support and show some love. Bell to Matthews and see it straight. High in the air, down the ground. They'll come back for 2, surely. We don't matter if Cherry and Fraser is run out. Nonetheless, she gets there. We don't care. 136 for 7. Matthews moves up to 39. So just click off the live chat and hit on the thumbs up button, please. Show some love. We don't care. So Matthews is at 91. This is going to be 100, you know. I know she's going to make it. So thank you, Athena, for reminding us. Balls to Matthews. That should be a no ball. She swung it away down to final leg for 4. Let's wait on the signal. She moves up now to 95. So 95 for Matthews. As she swung that away down to the backward square leg boundary for 4. She now moves up to 95. Was that a no ball? A slow delivery gone all wrong? No, it was dropping all the time. And she swung it away. Let's watch now. Matthews is on 95. Comes in, bowls to Matthews. And she hit it over the top, down towards the boundary. Oh, straight to the field. Has they gone back for 2? No, she doesn't run. I don't blame her. 3 deliveries to get 5 runs. 1 delivery has to go. 1 out of these 3 deliveries has to go. She's smiling. Good to see her. A very stern smile, you would call it. Bell bowls to Matthews and she swing bottom edge. You must go back for 2. Oh, yes, they gone back for 2. Or they didn't run any. Oh, they didn't run any. The fielder there played possum. 1 has to go though, you know. I can't blame her for this. I can't blame her. There's no way I can blame her. 1 has to go. Here she comes. Bowls to Matthews. Wide outside the half stump. Wide. That's very, very wide. And the score goes up to 141 for 7. 141 for 7. So Matthews is on 95. Yes, Athena. Hit that like button as Athena said. The legend. So with 2 deliveries to go in the West Indies innings, Bell bowls to Matthews down the leg side. She whips it away down back with a square leg into the boundary for 4. 1 more deliveries to go. Delivery to go. And she's at 99. So Matthews is on 99. 1 delivery to go. 1 delivery to go here. Matthews on 99. 145 for 7. Comes in now. Bowls to Matthews. And Matthews pulled this away straight to short, fine leg, misses the throw, and she got her 100 there. And it should have been congratulations for making 100, Matthews. Well done. So Bell bowls to Matthews, and Matthews pull it to short, fine leg. They go through for a single. Bell shy at the striker's end, misses, and Fraser got home. Matthews got 100, but she should be looking for the second run there. But she started celebrating 100 too quickly. Nonetheless, young lady, congratulations. Well played. 146 for 7 of 20 overs. Brilliant, Matthews. 146 for 7. So brilliant there from Alleyne Matthews. So we are up and running. I will be back with you shortly as we go for the break while I Zayda James will start the bowling for West Indies. Yes, it looks like Zayda James will start for the West Indies. The left arm orthodox spinner. She bowls to, who is that opening for England? Is it Charlie Dean? No, Charlie Dean. 24 matches, 3 wickets. 24 matches, 3 wickets. I know it was a good, I never know it was so bad. Bowls, and that played away down to backward point, and there is no run. So the target is 147. Brilliant 100, of course, by Alleyne Matthews. Zayda James bowl in the air, over the top. Oh, brilliant effort. Who was that? Alleyne and Glasgow. She flung herself to her left. And maybe the ball just burst through her hand. Oh, she has put on a lot of weight. How can I elite? Oh, she should have taken it. How can an elite sport person put on weight in the prime of their career? How that work? How does an elite sport person put on weight in the prime of their career? Can somebody help me with that? James bowls to Wyatt Hodge, who has been married. So this recently swung in, cleared by oh, who's that? Look at Anana. James comes in now, bowls to Hodge, Wyatt Hodge, who the Dunkley should say, not Wyatt Hodge. Wyatt Hodge is on 1, Dunkley is on 0. So welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. Well bowled by Zayda James. That was a nice delivery. That was the arm ball. And Dunkley has to cover. So after 1 over West Indies, England replying to West Indies, 146, or 1 without loss. Manchester United don't seem to be able to get the ball out of their danger area. Spurs just another corner here. Good header that by Maguire. Oh, fouled. Yeah, he folded the youngster. That was a very good over though by Zayda James, Very good over. Thank you for coming back. I look forward to your chat as usual. Yeah, so, persons in the chat are saying, I think it was Linda and Steve are talking about the professionalism of the players. And this is exactly what he's talking about. How can a young lady in the prime of her international career is putting on weight? Glasgow comes in outside the half stump, up and over, down to third man. The fielder comes around, picked up, and they stay on 1. How do you explain that? I can't, That was an easy catch, She should have taken it. Julian Weeks, I agree. Congrats, Alleyne. That was a brilliant innings. Yes, it's indeed. World class Alleyne Matthews, said Sean the Overcomer. Full congratulations, said Patrick Gale. Glasgow bowls outside the half stump, inside edge, down the inside of the pitch. She fielding her follow through, no run. Still 0-0 in the match between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United. Who is that? Luke Shaw. While Luke Shaw is driven back down in his own here. Good ball movements here. Who is that? Bruno. Good ball to, what's this? Dogu his name? What's that? Cross into the air, a block. Let's watch Glasgow though. She comes in over the wicket, bowls, driven through the offside down to the boundary for 4. England 6 without loss after 1.3 overs. Long ball to Dogu, comes inside, put out for a corner by Tottenham. That was good by Manchester United. what's his name, Dogu. So Maguire pinning a long ball. A lot of work had to be done by Dogu though to get that around. It wasn't necessarily a good ball. Glasgow comes in outside the half stump, full toss, spank away down to cover for 4. 10 without loss. So after a great over by Zayda James, Glasgow is serving up some full toss and half volley. Here is Bruno with the corner, puts in to the back post, pushed away by the keeper, laid back, beat his man, put inside, score! Oh, no, oh Lord. Sorry. For a moment there, what's that young boy name? What's his name? Ahmad. For a moment I thought it was a goal. Glasgow comes in outside the half stump, cut away to backward point. Gajnabi field, no run. 1.5 overs. 1.5. 10 without loss as the rain comes down in Jamaica. So Glasgow. She comes in now, bowls to Dunkley, and Dunkley drives magnificently down to the boundary for 4. Glasgow must see back this ball. That's the end of the over. At the end of the over, the score is now 14 without loss. I can never understand the statics. And please bear with me and understand what I'm saying here. And please, I'm asking you to slash a like on the video and share the feed. Our 4 best bowlers. Our 4 best bowlers in the team. Are those with the asterisk. Those are our 4 best bowlers. Zayda James comes in bowl and they whipped away down to back with a square leg for a single. There's no penalty there, boss. Stop diving and looking for a penalty. 15 without loss after 2.1 overs. So those girls with the asterisk are our 4 best bowlers. This is the 3rd over in a T20 match. No, sorry, not those with... Yes, with those with the asterisks. Are our 4 best bowlers. This is the 3rd over in our T20 match, and none of them have bowled the ball. Somebody, please explain that tactics to me. Ramarak, Alleyne, Ailey Matthews, and Affle Fletcher. Every single person who follows West Indies cricket knows that these are the best 4 bowlers in the West Indies women team. And we are in the 3rd over, and Marcus Zayda James is bowling very well. We are in the 3rd over of a T20 match, and none out of these 4 girls, ladies, have bowled as yet. Someone explain the tactics to me. 18 without loss after 2.4. Zayda James, the left-arm orthodox spinner, around the wicket, bowls. Oh, what a lovely delivery. It came back between bat and pad, and Mangu could not stop it as it goes into the boundary for 4 by. It was the arm ball. Wyatt Hodge opened up to drive, and it came back, beat the inside edge, and Mangu had no chance, and it goes into the boundary for 4. It's going to be very hard for she to stop that, you know. You just can't stop that as a keeper. Unfortunate. Lovely delivery though by Zayda James. 22 without loss, England after 2.5 overs. Come on, man, you're taking too long on the ball, Maguire. You're not a footballer, you know, you're just a big defender. James bowls to Wyatt Hodge, over the top, down to the boundary for 4, 26 without loss. Those 8 of those last 2 deliveries hurt. You know, she bowled 2 good overs, you know. That delivery that goes for 4, that's just how it is, you know. That's just the nature of cricket. 2 overs for 9 runs. She bowled 2 good overs. That 4 by was not her fault. It was not the keeper fault. It just was a lovely delivery that beats everything. Dogu with the square head on the back post. Oh, good defending by Tottenham. Hamad picks it up. He plays it forward. Square, saved by the keeper. 26 without loss after 3 overs. So Matthews is finally coming into attack now. One of our better bowlers. I can never understand the decision. Never understand it. Never understand the decision. It's not like we have one good bowler and is holding back that one good bowler. We have 4 world-class bowlers. Well, you probably say Alleyne may not quite be world-class, but she is an international performer. She's an international bowler of good repertoire. You want to put her in the same world-class bracket as a Ramarak or a Matthews. But as a bowler, Deandra Dutton, Alleyne is ahead of Deandra Dutton as a bowler. I'm not talking about Deandra Dutton as a batswoman. I'm talking about she purely as a bowler. Alleyne is ahead of Deandra Dutton. And you have Ramarak, who I think is the best off spinner in the world. Alleyne Matthews, everybody know the class of her. And then Affle Fletcher. We have seen what she does. She's a world-class leg spinner. She bowls on everybody all over the place. So why you have those 4 girls and the first one of you to bowl is over number 4, allowing the England openers to get set. Ahmad wiggles his way into the box, good defended by Tottenham. Alleyne Matthews comes in now, over the wicket. Bowls to Dunkley, who swept it down back with a square leg for 4. You know, we're not bowling well here, you know. 32 without loss in over number 4. So they are going at 10 runs and over. Well, not quite 10. Good work this by Manchester United. Bad first touch. Who was that? Who was that with that bad first touch? So Tottenham look to break forward now. Good work in the middle of the park. Casemiro, good work there by Casemiro in the middle of the park. Why are the Tottenham players round the referee asking for a card? He did nothing. He didn't touch the man. Go away, man. I hate this about footballers. You see, always want their opponent to be booked. Matthews bowls to Dunkley down the pitch, and she played it down to Longhorn for a single. Just turn it away now. So Tottenham just boxing the ball around in their box, and then one of the players decided to kick the ball out of play to give Manchester United a throw. Matthews short to White-Eye, who pulled it down to Zayda James on the backward square leg boundary. She sends the return. Good return that, you know. Full to the keeper. 1 more to the total, though. They are 34 without loss. Tottenham breaking forward here. Dogu with a good tackle. He got the ball. He got the ball. Well done. So why did Shaw play back that ball to the young man and he's on the ground? What's wrong with Shaw? The man is on the ground and Shaw chooses to play the ball back, give the youngster. Or you expect him to control it? All right, let me tell you what happened, why Shaw did that now. Shaw know that Dogu is going to take his place and he's trying to let the youth look away. So he play it back, give him, and he know that the youth was down on the ground because they want people to criticize the youth. Good defending again, Dogu, and the ball goes out for a goal kick to Manchester United. After 4 overs, England 34 without loss. So Cherry and Fraser is coming into the attack. Oh, that was a good chance, for what's the number 9 Manchester United, Rasmus. Fraser comes in short outside the half stump, cut away, misfield by Gajnabi at backward point. Zayda James gave chase, then sends the return. Is it James or misfield by Ramarak at backward point? Sorry. So England 35 without loss. Fraser it is. Over the wicket, outside the half stump, played away down to third man. 1 more to the total. It goes up to 36 without loss as the return comes in. So Tottenham is camping in Manchester United half at this time. Oh, good work there. Who is that? Is Mazari? Mazari, that guy that came from Bayern Munich. Shot by Fraser and pulled away down to backward square leg for a single. 1 more to the total. 37 without loss. So I assume that if Fraser bowled 1 over, or sorry, that dog grew, that will go away for a corner. But sorry about that. The keeper should have come and collected it. But the Manchester United keeper can't keep in him, need to go. And that one is it through down to mid-off by Dunkley, and they get a single. She's on 21 now. Wyatt Arjan 13 comes into strike. 38 without loss. I would assume that with Fraser bowling 1 over, Glasgow 1 and Zayda James 2, that would be end of it for the 5th bowler. Cut away, good work this time at backward point by Ramarak. Good work that Ramarak, very well done Ramarak. So she made up for the misfield. That was very well done Ramarak. And she cuts it away. Another corner for Tottenham Hotspur. Clear the ball, man. Why this heading ping ball? Get on it, Ahmad. Get on it. Well done by the Tottenham goalkeeper. 38 without loss. Fraser bowls to Wyatt Arj, who slapped it over the top, down to the cover boundary for 4. So she just slapped that, and this looked like a cakewalk for the English at this stage. 42 without loss after 5 overs. The other batters consistently failed to support Matthews. A weak women team couldn't even qualify for a World Cup. Yeah. It's our village. We definitely don't have the quality. Definitely don't have the quality. 42 without loss after 5. Ahmad bursts into the box, twisting and turning. The cross coming, cleared by the Tottenham defense. Did he go for goal there? It was a cross. Oh, he mesmerized them. He went for goal. He should have just chipped it up. Just chipped it up, man. Oh, I think he went for the cross. James to continue, comes in. And that one is hit down the ground. Yeah, I don't know if you are hearing because the rain is very... The rain is very, very loud. So I don't know if you are hearing me. And being here from 5 o'clock this morning, it's going to be difficult to raise my voice. So I really hope that you are hearing me loud and clear. James continue, comes in, bowl short, pulled away. down backward of square leg, it goes into the boundary for 4. .46 without loss. It's that I take care. I don't know if you are hearing me. Take care. Have a good day. Okay. Yes, Garrick Wilson said yes, we are hearing you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you can hear the rain on the roof also. It's really coming down very hard. Bowls covers up. And there is no run. 50 without loss. James bowls to Dunklew, turn this down to backward square leg for a single. Good work by Glasgow moving across to her left, picked up cleanly. The batswoman have time for a single. Is 51 without loss in over number 6. 51 without loss. I wonder if that square that came in, if Rasmus could have flung himself at it and just get a portion of his body. Because any portion of his body got at that, I think it would have gone into the goal. James comes in bowl. And he's bowl. She bowled her. Well done. She was backing away to give herself room. Inside edge, onto her path, onto the stump. James got the breakthrough. Zayda James got the breakthrough. England 55 for 1 in over number 6. Bruno, go away, man. You always a complain. You always a do the wrong thing and then a complain. Even when you make bad pass, you complain. Like you kick away the ball and expect persons to be in the space. So get up, boy. Get up. Where you lie down from? Good ball that by Maguire. You know, no, that's not a good ball. Intention was good, but was not well executed. So the player run into Mazuri. Should get a yellow card for that. Initiated the contact and then went down. And the coach telling him to get up. The coach said, get up. Guys, please provide the link for the match. It's on Rush Sport 2 if you are in the Caribbean. And it's on Willow Sport if you are in the America. Walter Henry. James, I've gotten the breakthrough. She comes in now, bowls, and the batsman is forward. That's Captain Brunt. And she just played it out into the offside. So Wyatt Hodge went. And so England have lost their first wicket. So that's the end of the power play. At the end of the power play, power play, just trying to find the score here. 51 for 5. At the end of the power play. So Zayda James have bowled 3 overs, 1 for 18. That's a good looking spell from her. But Glasgow went for 13 and Fraser, it was not bad over by Fraser. It went for 8, but it could have been less. So Muma is into the action now. So she'll need to get her rhythm. Ahmad is getting a yellow card. So here's Fletcher. They call her Muma. Good looking leg spinner. She comes in now, bowls to Dunkley off the back foot, edge away down to third man for 4. Ramarak is giving chase, but she won't get there. So 55 for 1 now. They need 92 runs to win. It was a good delivery, She was beaten, but it edged and it went fine a backward point for 4. So let's watch Fletcher. She comes in now, bowls. Off the back foot goes, Dunkley plays it to mid wicket, and there is a single. I don't know if West Indies really have a chance. I'm sorry, I apologize, but then I'm just getting very tired, and you know that I did the one-day match. Swung away and appeal not outside the umpire. And Manchester United is playing. It looks like West Indies is going. They're going to go for DRS. They think they got her, so they're going for DRS. So have they gone for DRS? I think they have gone for DRS. So let's see if we get a wicket here. Zayda James is the captain. Is the standing captain. Matthews is not on the field. That would have been a good catch by Mangru, though, We are watching this one very closely. Ultra edge. They are smiling. I've seen batsmen smile in the past and I've gotten out. So here's ultra edge. Oh, yes, I told you. I've seen batsmen smile in the past and I've gotten out. Come off the field. Boy, I smile. Get off. I told you. I've seen them smile in the past and I've gotten out. There it is. Clear spikes. Well done. Well done, Mangru. Good catch, girl. Very, very good catch. Raise that finger and the smile will come off her face. Come off. Ha, 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 ha. I love that one. You know why I love that one? She was smiling like said, why they review that? Why are they reviewing that? Putting on back the gloves and ready to get bat again. Cheater you are. Cheater. Cheater, good catch. Look at them putting on back the gloves. I look surprised. Get off. Get off. Well done, Mangru. Good catch. So Affle Fletcher pick up the breakthrough. Oh, it's Cypher Brunt, the captain. Get off, you cheater. I bookmark you now in a Cypher Brunt. Don't trust you from now. Gone for ducks. Well bowled, Muma. Was it Muma that got the wicket? Who got the wicket? So Edda Knight, the big bat, comes to the crease. I'm glad for that wicket, because it perked me up. And I'm telling you the truth. So Fletcher got the wicket. Yes, Fletcher comes in now, bowls to Knight. Knight on the front foot, drives to cover, and there is no run. So Fletcher got one and Zayda James got one. 2 wickets gone down. Mazuri crunching tacker. Fletcher comes in, bowls to Knight. Full toss. She played it down to the fielder. Wide off, long off. And that's Cherry and Fraser. Cannot prevent the second though. So they have taken out Ahmad here. Ahmad is down on the ground. 58 for 2. Let's watch Affle Fletcher. They need more than a run a ball to win. So West Indies still in the game. Fletcher bowls to Knight to ease this away down to cover. That's work there for Glasgow, who did not pick up cleanly. And once she never pick up cleanly, they will come back for the second. She just looks so fat, 60 for 2 at the end of over number 7. Heather Knight is on 4. Sophia Dunkley is on 35. England 50 for 2, 60 for 2. Well, 40 minutes have flown by. And I said, we have seen a lot. We have won a lot. We are Man United, and we are not going to stop. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Matthews is back into the attack. 60 for 2. England need 87 runs to win here now. Here comes Alleyne Matthews. Over the wicket. Balls to Dunkley down the pitch. Ease it down to long on for a singer. One more to the total. Tottenham has scored to backside. Damn it. What's the hell with this goalkeeper? What's wrong with this goalkeeper? What's wrong with this goalkeeper? Matthews bowls down the leg side. Wide will be signaled by the umpire. It's 62 for 3. What's wrong with this goalkeeper? Jano, man. Matthews. She comes in now over the wicket. Bowls to Knight, who just tuck this into the inside for a comfortable singer. So Harvey Lynch is making the point that West Indies were 19 for 1 after the power play, and England were 55 for 1. Yes, player for player, the England team is far better than the West Indies team. But we are all here supporting the West Indies team because, as I have always said, the reason why we support a team is emotional. It's not logical. Because how can a team cause someone so much hurt and will still support them match after match? So, man for man, woman for woman, pulled away down to backward of square leg. Woman for woman, the West Indies team is better. The England team is better than the West Indies team. But we are here supporting our team because we are hoping against hope that just like in the World Cup final group stage match, when we pull off that unlikely win, that we'll do so again. But on everything considered, England women are probably twice as better than the West Indies, especially this team. Because without Dattin and Chinel Henry and Stephanie Taylor, this team is really, especially in the batting department, it's really struggling. It's really struggling. 66 now for 2 at the end of over number 8. Dunkley move up to 39. So I agree with you. I think I saw poor marking by Pedro Porro. So, yes, Garrick Wilson, because we're loyal to our team and it's emotional. It's emotional. It's no logical sense. It's just emotional. You know, we're loyal to our team and we stick with it. 66 for 2. I can't take 3 defeat today, you know. What's the West Indies 18 doing? I hope that we're going to win that, you know. Because I can't take 4 defeat in a one day. Diam Onana, you see? And Cherry and Fraser picking up the ball and weighing it and then dropping it and then sending in a return and it comes off the hand of Fletcher onto the stump. Meanwhile, the batswoman go through for a single, 67 for 2. Sir Brown, man, you will have to score some goals in the second half, definitely. We need to win it, because if it goes to penalty, this goalkeeper can save a penalty to save him life. Knight just goes deep in her crease and easy the ball down to long on for a singer. And Alleyne comes in and fields, sends a return in. 79 more runs needed. They are 68 for 2. And they're doing this quite easily, you know. Fletcher comes in again. The batswoman goes deep in her crease, played it out to mid-wicket, and they're going to come back for 2 as Fletcher has to give chase, as Ramarak could not come off the deep mid-wicket boundary on time to stop them from going back for 2. So it's now 70 for 2. Heather Knight is on 6. She was the former captain, but the captaincy was taken away from her. And give it to Siver Brunt or Brunt Siver. Which one of them? It away. Down to long off for another singer. The score now goes up to 71 for 2. So they need 76 to win. 2 more deliveries to come in this over. 71 for 2, needing 76 to win. So they are almost halfway there. 91. What happened to me today, man? So South Africa are 91 for 1. West Indies men lost earlier today. The women are going to lose. Manchester United is behind. South Africa is off to a good start. Anybody see me dying trial? Whipped away down to long on for another single. That's the end of the over. That's the end of the over. So at the end of over number 9, they are 73 for 2. End of over number 9. So 1 more to go before the drinks break. End of over number 9. 73 for 2. They are really cruising here. They are really cruising. You know, and I was making the point that really and truly, this team is probably twice as good as the West Indies team. And a West Indies team without Chinel Henry, Shermaine Campbell, Deandra Dattin, Chinel Henry, Deandra Dattin, Stephanie Taylor, and Shermaine Campbell. Those 4, we really miss 4 of our better players in all. And among those 4, we are missing 3 world-class players. So it's going to be hard to win. And plus we have a coach who I don't have any faith in the coach. I don't think that he is the right coach for the team. I don't think that he's guiding the team in the right way. You know, and you would have seen that during this watch-along. I'd have pointed out a lot of things. Ramarak comes in now, bowls, and that one is turned away down backward of square leg for a singer. You know, I don't understand. You're probably the best bowler in the team. You're defending a small total, and you wait until over number 10 to bring her in. And she's probably the best bowler in the team, Charisma Ramarak. So let's watch her. She's going to be bowling to Heather Knight. 74 for 2. Ramarak comes in now, bowls to Knight. She's round the wicket, bowls to Knight. Knight went for the reverse sweep. Ramarak saw her going for the reverse sweep and just slowed it up. Good effort there by Glasgow at point. And she dived to her left and stopped it. Good work there. And she limited them to 1. What's that? Where's that fell? What that happened? Something fell from her. What is that? I hope it's nothing that she has in her pocket, you know. Ramarak comes in, bowls to Dunkley, and Dunkley plays it down to long off for a single. Something fell from her, and I really hope it's nothing she has in her pocket. Really hope so. 76 for 2. Oh. My apology, Glasgow. Want to apologize to Glasgow. She probably look like she put on weight, but she's in England. So she probably wearing a lot of clothes. So my apology, young lady. My apology. Because I was always wondering why a young lady in the prime of her career would be putting on weight. It would be very strange. 96 for 2 after 9.4 overs. So let's watch now. We're going to pull them back, said Garrett Wilson. Let's see. Ramarak comes in, bowls down the pitch, Dunkley. Up and over. It's gone all the way. Yes, it gone all the way. That was a very, very pleasant shot. Let's watch the signal from the umpire, but I think it gone all the way. Just down the pitch and just ease Ramarak over wide, extra cover for 6. So we're going to wait on this one and see. Yeah, the ball went into the crowd and she has to check. Wow. So 6 runs there. That was a lovely shot. There's some West Indian fan there, you know. So 82 for 2 after 9.5 overs. 82 for 2. They're checking again. Oh. I'm the one who's not seeing well. It's 4 runs. They're checking. They are checking. Six, you know. As I originally said, it was 6. 6 runs. So it's 82 for 2. Oh, 4. The signal 4. Well, what do I know? So I can finally get going now with this final delivery of over number 10. Ramarak bowls. That one played away into the inside. Ramarak stopped it. End of the over. That's it. And thank you for being here. Enjoy your evening. I'm very tired. Have a great day, everyone.